Our Wendy's female athlete of the week this week. She is a sophomore for Washburn Rural Volleyball. Of course, the Lady Blues just finished third place at 6A State this past week. Taylor Russell from Washburn Rural. And Taylor, let's just go back to the state tournament this past Friday when you had one tough game in the middle of the day. But other than that, it was a phenomenal showing for Washburn Rural. Just tell me what it was like on that Friday afternoon to play for a state title.
We started off pretty good, and we had lots of energy in the beginning. And then once we played that playoff game with Olathe Northwest, the first game was good, but then we kind of fell off a little, and I don't really know what happened, but hopefully we'll come out and do a little better next year.
When you look at having that one semifinal game where you did fall and then ended up playing in the third place game and winning it, which is a huge accomplishment, what do you think was kind of the mindset where you weren't in the championship game, but you said, hey, we want to finish off on a positive note? What was kind of the change in mindset for your group to finish strong?
We just looked at it like this is our last game of the year, so we might as well go out and give it all we got. And it's the seniors' last game too, so we wanted to win it for them as well.
A big game for a really talented senior class, and you as just a sophomore getting some extremely phenomenal experience in just your sophomore year, making it all the way to the very end of the season. Looking back over the course of your sophomore campaign, what were some of the highlights for you from the start of the year until now?
Well, I think I became more vocal on the team this year. I definitely stepped up a little for the team and tried to be the best leader as I possibly could.
We're talking to Taylor Russell, sophomore volleyball player for Washburn Rural, which finished third in state this past week. Taylor, give us a little bit of a scouting report about yourself on the court, along with the vocal ability that you were just mentioning. What's kind of your game? What are some of your strengths on the court? And what are some things you're still looking to improve on in the future?
I think I'm pretty good with my blocking and finding the holes when I'm going up to hit and just the seams. And then serving to the spots that I'm given by the coach. And then I would like to improve on my defense a little, I think.
You mentioned your senior class and wanting to send them out on a high note at state last week. What did that group mean to you? Were they a group that you were really close with, that was able to pass on a lot of information to you? Did you kind of develop a relationship over time? What did that senior class, upperclassmen group mean to you this season?
Yeah, our whole team we're all really close, and we're all friends with them, and they're just really nice, and they give us lots of good information about volleyball and good advice about the game. And they were always positive, and yeah, they were really good teammates.
Again, after just your second season with the team, when you look back from your freshman year, and you mentioned being more vocal on the court, but what would you say was maybe the biggest area where you grew up as both a player and as a teammate from your freshman season to your sophomore season?
Definitely just being more of a leader and trying to step up because we're all really young. So just trying to be more of a leader on the team. I think I did better at that.
Taylor Russell is our guest, a sophomore for Washburn Rural Volleyball. Now, Taylor, as you look ahead to the future, because while you like to celebrate the good stuff from this season, obviously next season is next up. What are some of your goals that you may have already set for yourself for your junior year at Washburn Rural, or maybe some career goals you set before you started at Rural that you're still looking to accomplish?
I definitely think we can place higher in state next year. Probably get in the finals, top 2. That would be really cool. And yeah, just improve all around in the game.
Before we look ahead to the future too much, I want to ask you, when did you start getting into volleyball when you were younger? Has it been something that's always been a favorite sport of yours? Did you come into it a little bit later on? Kind of take us back through your story of how you got so invested in volleyball.
So I used to play basketball, softball, and volleyball when I was 6. And then I didn't really like anything besides volleyball. So then I just stuck with that, and I've been playing that ever since I was 6 years old on the same club team. But I just switched club teams this year.
What was it about the sport that you just were so engrossed with so early on that I assume is what's still keeping you playing to this day?
Yeah, my dad used to play professional beach volleyball. So I think that kind of helped along with it because we're all big volleyball fans, and my mom used to play volleyball as well. And I just like how it's a team sport as well.
Do you have a lot of experience playing on the beach as well, or have you mostly played indoors?
I went to beach nationals 1 year. Me and Brooklyn DeLay, she was my partner, and we qualified. It was our first beach tournament ever, and then we qualified for nationals, and then we ended up getting 17th. But it was our only second beach tournament we've ever played, which was nationals. So we might go back this year and play in it again.
That's a pretty impressive feat in your second tournament to make it all the way to the national event. That is a pretty big step there for the two sophomores, Taylor and Brooklyn. And one more question for you, Taylor. And again, looking ahead to the future a little bit, do you think volleyball is something that you would like to continue with beyond your high school career? It sounds like it runs in the family.
Yeah, I would definitely like to play volleyball in college. I don't know if I'd want to play indoor or beach yet, or if I'm going to get more into beach yet. But yeah, I'd definitely be interested in playing it in college.
Well, there's a bright future ahead for Taylor Russell, a sophomore for Washburn Rural Volleyball, our Wendy's Female Athlete of the Week after Washburn Rural finishes third at 6A State this past Friday. Taylor, thank you so much for taking some time for me today, and good luck with wherever your volleyball career does take you.
Okay, thank you.